Texas Aggies. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The offense changing the play. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Caught near the sticks, it's Hawkins. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now. You have to pump it.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Under fire. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Dropping back, it's Russell. Using the quick game. No chance to run, but still a good game. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Rush is on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
That is not what they were after. Bounces out of bounds at the 25, and they are set up with a golden opportunity to score. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for room, it's Sands. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. He breaks a tackle. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Grab near the sticks, it's Robinson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Sooners are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brady. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On the run, deep down the right side. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he's slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggie! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brady. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position.
Oklahoma offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Gonna take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Still running at the 40. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Parrish. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Robinson. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Russell. Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using his legs to buy some time. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Absolute shank. Missed it. Boy, they could have used that one to cut into the deficit, but guys, still a 3-score ball game.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Brings up 2nd down.
The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. And some room to work. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Looking for space. It's Sands. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Is incomplete. It's now 3rd down.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Aggies! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run it to the right. Fights off the defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball's snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield very late in the half. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Third down coming up.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rifles it down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Oklahoma offense will take over. 1st and 10.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Oklahoma 0.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bray. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Shows him the stiff arm. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Finds the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Found the spot in the defense. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. The Sooners will hustle to the line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 10 over James Madison. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's McMillan. Looking left. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Bray. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the keeper.
He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Trying to barge in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front, now setting up 4th.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Motion from the wideout. Powers forward. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Air. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. Brings up third down.
It'll be third and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now, a fourth down.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially...
He's got it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Gets rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing the turnover. 3rd down coming up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He'll set up to throw. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Oh, he's got a chance. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
To the ground with the bat. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
On the screen. Brings up 3rd down.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43.
Let's go! Let's go!
Quarterback running on the draw. He stopped short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4th.
Coming up, 4th down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. The kick is on its way.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field where he was able to go recover it.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wide out. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
On the run, it's Robinson. Runs through the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking downfield. Complete downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Set to kick it away.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner goes down.
Oof. That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's McMillan. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll operate out of split backs. Gets the back moving. Handoff from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give to the single back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Going right to work up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
To the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gray. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.